welcome back to another episode of the Young Kingz podcast. Today we have a new guest with us, filling in for Ray. Unfortunately, we have our friend Sean Coleman on the line.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Let's go ahead and get you introduced. And I'm Isaiah Lynch.
My name Keith Burnett.
Jericho Sunbright.
I'm Sean Coleman.
And we are the Young Kingz podcast.
All right, so first things we're going to talk about is how change can be exciting but also scary at the same time. First thing we're going to talk about is exciting and how it can be scary, and then we're going to give our personal, vendettas and our own personal accounts for it. Now, Keith, I got a question for you. You have had a event coming up and you just anxious because you don't even know how it goes, or like, for example, an interview. You don't know if you get this job, but it's also seeming like you could get this job. You ever felt that like anxious feeling in your stomach, yo?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that feeling is like, I don't like it. But like the fear of the unknown, I feel like it's something that majority of people have, which is why people are so afraid of change and want to do everything except change. They want to keep things the same, but when you keep things the same, I feel like you'll just close yourself off from a whole bunch of different opportunities that could be better for your life, and you won't even know because you refuse to make the change. You know what I mean? So, but from my experiences, at first I really did not like the change, but like as I'm kind of maturing, I'm learning that I need to definitely get my foot out there a little bit more. But What about you, Jericho?
I'm going to say, man, the one thing I can say about change being exciting is that if you can put your best foot forward and just try with the little things, it always work out pretty good. Especially for me with volleyball, sophomore year and junior year, I was on JV, and I was like, dang, like I know I have the athletic ability to be better, and I was like, this is unfortunate, but I just kept coming up, kept showing up every day, and now as a senior, I'm starting on varsity, and I know like last year that we had some seniors that didn't even touch the court, so seeing that and like seeing me be, and I knew I was better than them, but I was still jealous because they got the cooler merch. They got stuff. I'm like, dang, bro.
They got the senior night.
Volleyball.
They got
on JV.
Because at Brently High School, we played them last year. We played against seniors on JV, and we was proud of ourselves because we took them to 3 sets. But yeah, man, change can be exciting. So as long as you're putting your best foot forward and you're doing what you can do, and the inevitability that change will come, it'll work out for you. So that's my experience.
Kind of like what you said at the end there, change is inevitable. Change is going to come in your life no matter what you do, so why try to fight it? Just accept it. For the most part, change is going to be good. It's going to give you opportunities. That's just a part of life that we've grown to accept. We've gone from elementary school, middle school to high school, then high school to college, high school to trade school, high school to maybe the military for some people, or high school to flipping patties at McDonald's, Hey. And that's a change. I hope none of y'all change that to McDonald's.
I like what Rico said. Something that stick with me, what Rico said, is that he knew that he could play at that position, be on varsity at the beginning. Yep. So I feel like something to help us kind of like get rid of that anxious feeling is to prepare for the unknown. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To prepare for the unexpected.
But how did you do that?
How do you prepare for the unexpected?
Like it.
Yeah, that's not what I was saying, bro. That's not what I was saying. I was like snapping like it's poetry.
You were trying to close.
No, like what?
How to prepare for unexpected? That's a good question.
I think instead of saying prepare for the unexpected, prepare for the worst case scenario.
That's valuable too.
Wow, that's especially with senior year, people getting rejected from they dream colleges.
Yeah, have a backup plan.
Oh yeah,
exactly. There's plan A, plan B for plan B.
And bro, I also think if your plan A is what you really want to do, I think instead of it being, because a lot of people say there's plan A, plan B. It doesn't have to be a plan B. Your plan B can just be a reinforced plan A. Let's say you wanna. Let's say for me, like I want to fly planes. But I know that flight school costs $100,000. I'm not gonna just give up on flying planes. I'm saying, okay, what is a way I can get it to pay for it easier? Through like the military, or even like what is another route like studying aviation maintenance, getting my foot in the door of how exactly does a plane work, so I can see if I really do want to fly it. Instead of reinforcing that plan A, instead of just being like, you know what, I'm good because it costs too much money. Like that's what Sean I think is good about.
That's a different analogy I thought about. I'm not gonna lie. That's a different analogy. I've always had the mindset of, okay, if this doesn't work out, I got this plan. Okay, if that doesn't work out, I got this plan.
Yeah.
But reinforcing the first plan already made, I gotta congratulate you on having that mindset. I ain't even gonna lie, that's nice. It's a different way to look at
do the
things,
key,
bro.
do the
It's a different type of mindset to have, bro.
Yeah.
You know, like you just gotta commemorate someone who's just like who's like that, you know. And I gotta glaze my paws. I gotta
Glaze a little bit.
But I think I also gotta say, Mr. Tomlin said this. He said,
My GOAT.
I
Bring
love
him back.
Mr. Tomlin.
But I wish I did.
Tomlin,
but
man.
he pulled me into his office one time. He's like, Sean, what's the plan after high school? And I said, you know what I said. And he's like, look, you have so long, maybe go a different route and have your dreams later in your life when you have your career, when you have that money to spend for that school, and when you have that money. So he basically told me to get the good job, you know, I could get my money up and then chase my dreams. You know, he's like, you're 21, 22 years old at the end of this. You still got 40 years up to chase your dreams, you know, all because you don't do it while you're young. You can still have those dreams that you have, you know. Jericho here could be 45 years old and still get them jet planes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Nah, that's very powerful you said that, because like even with the military, like I would want to do, like even if it's like 8 years down the line that, you know, I finally get my college degree, I'm finally apply for a job to fly planes, I finally able to actually fly it. I still grinded that little early part. I think it was Denzel Washington that said, he said, the first part of your life is to learn, the second part of your life is to, no, the first part of your life is to listen, second part of life is to learn, the third part of your life is to earn. So that was very powerful to hear him say that, and I took that in the accountability of like, don't be scared that to get the money and the things that you want to have, you're going to have to work, and you're going to have to listen, you're going to have to learn a little bit before you can actually accomplish your dream.
I just want to make a little.
I was gonna say like I kind of like what Jericho said, and that kind of reminds me of literally something my mom texted me early this morning. She told me that you know, kind of don't be afraid to mess up, because wisdom is the best teacher that you're ever going to get.
Hey man, I was just reading that this morning in the Bible, bro. That's tough.
Wait, so I have a question for y'all. Can y'all think any examples that change is bad though?
Change is bad.
Honestly, it all depends on your mindset, in my opinion. But there are definitely in moments where change can be bad, like you move to a whole new state, you got nobody around you, and you fending for yourself. That could possibly be a bad thing.
Think about the mindset thing. You know, you did that, but what can you gain from this? You got new
friends, new jobs,
new people who could be better for you.
New hangout spots besides the mall.
That's why you can't really be afraid.
He's right. Y'all right.
The only bad thing about change is nothing.
Yeah, like
exactly.
You know
no matter the
it's
worst,
just about how you see it, your perspective.
You're right. No matter the worst case scenario, you know what I mean. You in high school, and you accidentally got some girl pregnant. Like, let's say that's probably
what?
No, listen. That's probably the worst thing that can happen. Now you have a kid. Now you have to navigate. You know what I mean? Like trying to graduate and taking care of somebody, even though you're a kid yourself. Like
so it's all bad, but you end up gaining, you know, a different type of happiness from this kid that you thought was gonna make your life more miserable.
Exactly.
Now you're the happiest man in the world.
Bro.
Or you end up having, I don't know, a job opportunity come down to you that's paying well. So you're financially stable enough to take care of this child.
Or even better, this kid grew up to be in the NBA.
Oh, bro.
I just want to make a little comment about the people back here. The food smell delicious. I'm sorry. I'm hungry right now. But any last little notes we got before we go ahead and head to lunch?
All I gotta say is,
can y'all think of any examples where change was good for y'all?
you
That's
did.
good for me.
Honestly, getting a job. Initially, having your own source of income is like the best change you can have for yourself, because it gives you that sense of individualism. You know, you get your sense of independence.
Can finally buy the clothes we wanted to buy.
Exactly. Buy the food whenever you want to get hungry.
I feel
We ain't
like
have food for McDonald's. Mama, I got food for McDonald's. What are you talking about?
you got that McDonald's money.
I do.
Yeah, I got a car too.
Matter of fact.
You said yeah. But nah, I was gonna say one thing for me, like I ain't gonna lie, all of my friends noticed it was a big thing, but originally I ain't want to go to Lyman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mama, please.
If I would have switched to the school I wanted to go to, I probably would not be where I am today. So I'm kind of glad, you know, I'm very thankful for my mom for not letting me be stupid and make a bad decision that would have cooked myself.
Come on now. Hey, that's all we got for y'all. Peace.
Peace.
See y'all.